Kia ora, hello, welcome everyone to the stream. Thank you to everyone that's joined. Great to have you along. And yeah, welcome in Gamer Pro. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Like I say, today for me feels like a Friday. We've got a long weekend. I have Friday off work, so yeah, looking forward to that. But we are back at Witcombe Park, and it is winter time. As you can tell, 6 a.m. and it is dark out there. So just going to do some check up on our machinery before we start using it. Hey, Wasdale Timelapse, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope your Thursday is starting well. And yeah, kia ora. Thank you for that. Always nice to get a little bit of that local dialect out to the world. So yeah, we're just going to be trying to get a few little more contracts done before the snow really comes in. So we'll see how that all goes, and we've got some bales that we need to pick up as well and load up on a trailer ready to take to whoever's paying the most for it, I guess. So let's have a quick check. The usual thing that most farmers do first thing in the morning, check their equipment before they take them out. I know whenever I did a big trip, I used to do that every time with my car. Check the oil and the water. But cars become so reliable now that you just don't feel the need to do it. Probably should though. Probably should, but you just jump in and they start and they go and they don't leak oil, and yeah. Yeah, if a vehicle runs out of oil now, then probably something major has happened. But yeah, so we've got a little bit of snow coming down, unfortunately, so I don't know how long it'll be. Hopefully it won't settle. Looks like it's melting still pretty quickly. So yeah, 8 degrees, so it shouldn't settle. So what happens? I'm not too sure what we've got in the way of jobs. Okay, we have a ploughing job. Nice, just in the field next door actually, so I think we'll accept that contract. All right, we'll grab our tractor. I think we'll grab the New Holland for that one. So I want to try and make a little bit more money, because I found in the sales there was a... I forgot to drop the weeder down. In the sales, there's saw quite a good tractor that sorry, not tractor, trailer. That will be good for our harvesting contracts that we get. So I'm thinking of picking that up. We just need to make a little bit more money to be able to do that. Yeah. Except for us, Wasdale, Christmas is summer. We have barbecues on the beach, and yeah. So yeah, all very different. It's funny though, we still decorate with tinsel and fake snow everywhere and snowman, and yeah, poor Santa still has to dress up in a big heavy suit. So yeah, it's still very much a Northern Hemisphere type of Christmas setup, but yeah, it is very much in the middle of summer for us. Quite often wonder what it was like for my ancestors, because yeah, I think it would have been great or great grandparents were the ones that came over. And I wonder what it was like for them to come to leave, England, Ireland, Scotland, wherever they left, leave the Northern Hemisphere with Christmas and winter time, and move to the Southern Hemisphere where you've got Christmas in the middle of summer. I wonder what it was like for them. And hey, good morning, Cher. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great day. And Wasdale, you were there for Christmas and it was too hot to eat outside on Christmas Day. Quite often it is. You're not wrong there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. All right, so is that all unfolded? It is. I think we should be able to start making a attempt at doing the ploughing. I don't think I'll wake Ewan up to a cold frosty morning like this, do some ploughing. Maybe I'll get him to do some jobs later on in the day, but I'll do that. And you may recall that we had our pub dinner. It was very nice. It was a good way to end the year. So and yeah, you prefer Christmas in the UK? Fair enough. For me, I've always grown up Christmas is summertime. So for me, it just seems strange that it would be in winter, because that's all I've ever known. All right, so carry on doing this. Hopefully won't take us too long. It's actually, we're getting through it quite quickly. Should keep an eye on the fuel as well. It is starting to get down to about half a tank. So yeah, we've got our long weekend, Matariki weekend, the Māori New Year. So yeah, fairly new holiday for us, but I'm not complaining. It's a holiday. Day off work, so that's got to be a good thing. Hey Shane, welcome in at McDonald's. Awesome. I usually go for a quarter pounder when I go to McDonald's, but bit of a shame. They used to have a bigger bun than the usual bun size, but now they've shrunk the bun down. I think the meat's still got to be a quarter pounder, I suppose, but the bun's not as big as it used to be. So it's a bit disappointing from that point of view, but still not bad value. Yeah, so not taking us too long to plough this, so that's good. Yes, Dharma has hinted that there might be an extra bank holiday if England win the World Cup. I'm not holding my breath. I know. It's England has been disappointing the last few cups, and yeah, they've sort of missed out quite a bit. So um, it'll be interesting to see how far they get. Dane just wanted ice cream. Fair enough. I don't know, a bit cold for ice cream, isn't it? It's never too cold for ice cream, but yeah. It was a bit of a running gag, though, that you can't go to McDonald's for ice cream because the ice cream machine's never working. And yeah, share, I don't do McDonald's. I've worked in fast food restaurants. I'm not saying anymore. Yep, quite often that is the case, share. What you don't know can be blissful. When you finally know what it's all about, it's sort of like not so great. The same for kiwi fruit, share. I worked in the kiwi fruit industry. I won't say any more. Yeah, so winter time, sun will be rising soonish, I guess. So yeah, I'll have to fill this up, I think, after I've completed this contract, just in case some other contracts come up. But yeah, we actually had a stunning red sunrise this morning where I live. I know, red in the morning is usually shepherd's warning. I do know that saying. But yeah, today wasn't too bad, actually. Yeah, so this is a slow bit of the field because it was the shorter runs, but now we're starting to get onto the longer runs. Should be easier now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a sleep-in tomorrow morning. It will be quite nice. I'll have to remember to turn the alarm off. I have an alarm set for every weekday morning, so it will be good to turn the alarm off. Of course, if you're a farmer, it doesn't matter. You've still got to work. You've still got to feed the cows. You've still got to look after the animals. So you might be able to have a slower day, but you don't have a day off work. We got up early one morning to see the sunrise over the Pacific whilst we were in Napier. It was awesome. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've usually lived on the east coast, so for me, I'd never actually seen the sun go down, the sunset over the west coast. So for me, that was a big thing. When I finally made it to the west coast, I was able to see the sun go down, which was something that, you know, I've seen plenty of sunrises over the Pacific Ocean, but I'd never seen the sun go down over the Tasman Sea. Hey, Cher, a red sun rise, blood has been spilt this night. No, I don't know of any blood that was spilt last night, but it's possible. There is a rain warning for Wairoa, which you probably know is actually quite close to Napier. Residents are being warned to evacuate. So heavy rain is still affecting some parts of the country. So far where I live, we've been fairly lucky. And I believe the weather forecast is meant to be fairly good for tomorrow, but we'll just have to wait and see. Hey, sorry, I've just saw your message there. XDSJYG, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you are having a fantastic Thursday. Yeah, got to keep telling myself it's still only Thursday. Or as a lot of us have called it, Fake Friday. Is that a quote from The Lord of the Rings? Yeah, I have watched the movies, but I have to say I'm not a big fan of the movies. I've watched them a couple of times, but yeah. Yeah, I'm more of a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fan. I love his sense of humor. So yeah, that's sort of more what I enjoy. I enjoyed it when it was a radio show. I enjoyed it as a books. Enjoyed it as a TV show, and even the movie wasn't too bad, although there was a few liberties taken with it. But it wasn't too bad. Right, I think we've just about finished this contract. Oh, good to hear. Share Poppycat is a lot better. That is awesome. Really happy to hear that, Share. Yeah, Napier is actually a nice part of the country. Took the family there a couple of years ago, and we really enjoyed it there. They actually had a museum, technology type museum, where a lot of it was hands-on. And my kids had never used a rotary dial telephone, never used it, and it was fun watching them dial first, and then try and pick up. Not realizing that you have to pick the phone up first before you dial it. It was a lot of fun watching. Because I actually, one of the towns I lived in when I was quite young, mid-70s it was on a manual exchange. You didn't actually have a rotary dialer on your phone. You just picked up the phone and an operator would say, "Number, please." And yeah, I was really young, so it was actually a really big thing to be able to pick up the phone and say the number of my parents' place so that we could be connected from my grandmother's place to my parents' place. So, yeah, just something that you remember, and those days are gone. And I know I'm really dating myself, but yeah, you know that's life, isn't it? No, Wasdale. I think most parts are actually satellite or um, cell phone. Um, there would be no one that would be on a manual exchange. In fact, there's hardly anyone on copper telephone lines anymore. Um, New Zealand, yeah, it was interesting when the internet was first coming in. I remember talking to a farmer, and he was on the internet, and it just didn't seem like the sort of guy that would be on the internet, but he was doing the internet, and yeah, that was New Zealand's really been quite quick to pick up on things like that. New Zealand was actually one of the first to have FPOS system, the electronic funds transfer. Um, I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that New Zealand had very, um, here we go, bigger contracts now. New Zealand has a small population, so a lot of technology companies like to try their technology out on New Zealand, because if it goes wrong, it's only 3 million people, or at that time there was about 3.5 million people in New Zealand when FPOS first came out, and yeah, it was sort of like it's only 3.5 million people affected, basically one medium-sized city elsewhere in the world. So New Zealand got to try out a lot of that technology first. Right, well, we've filled up with fuel, so I think let's go and make a start on that ploughing contract. And share, you remember the rotary phone? Yeah. Yes, the rotary phone, a lot of fun. And it's interesting, New Zealand's emergency number is 111, while the UK's emergency number is 999. And there's actually a really good reason for that. From a New Zealander's point of view, the numbers are around the wrong way on the UK phones. Now, I know people in the UK will say that the New Zealand numbers were around the wrong way. Okay, we're not going to argue that. From my point of view, the numbers are the wrong way compared to what I was used to. And the reason why it was 1 or 9 is because that has the most pulses other than the 0. And the idea of having the most pulses was that phone lines would quite often tap together and cause a pulse. So if it was on one pulse, that could cause some false readings. I think I've missed my turning actually. So if it was on 9 pulses, then the likelihood of telephone lines tapping together to create 9 regular pulses were very, very remote. So that's why it is 999 or 111, depending on which country you live in. And hey, Shay, you're back from McDonald's. Well done. I hope the ice cream was worth it. Now, I have to give credit to James May for that one. The reassembler is, and that series was absolutely fantastic. I learned quite a bit. And believe it or not, it was actually almost fun to watch an old man reassemble a telephone. Well, I found it interesting anyway. Maybe I'm a bit weird. Probably no maybe about it, actually. It's not getting any lighter, and we are on 5 times speed, so yeah, okay. Yeah, Wasdale. Yeah, they would definitely. I think from a New Zealand point of view, it made sense. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whereas the UK looked at it from the point of view of 1 pulse was number 1, 2 pulses was number 2, 9 pulses would be number 9, and 0 would be 10 pulses. So both make a lot of sense depending on your point of view. So, but yeah, like I say, I always grew up with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, subtle differences between New Zealand and the UK. New Zealand was very much UK orientated. but it's gradually moved away. I think as we become more distant as a nation from the forebears that came from the UK, I'm not actually too sure. I haven't caught up on that one. It's sort of gone in under the radar. It was big news when it got chopped down, One Tree Hill. But yeah, I haven't actually heard whether they've replanted it or not. You know, technically there should have been more than one tree on that hill. But it was a bit of an icon. But then, you know, the UK, you've had the gap, haven't you? The tree near the Hadrian's Wall. Yeah, that got chopped down too, didn't it? So yeah, people obviously feel the need to chop trees down, I guess, and protesting whatever they feel they need to protest, I guess. Looks like there's a fiery ball about to come over the hill. That might be interesting to watch. So yeah, definitely still snowing a bit, but not too bad. At least it's not settling. So yeah, we've picked up a fairly lucrative cultivating contract up there. Have you ever done the tethered bungee from the Sky Tower? No, I haven't. I haven't done a bungee at all. I'm not too sure about trusting my life to an elastic band. It's another thing I've never done is parachute out of a perfectly good aeroplane. If I was going to be parachuting out of an aeroplane, it was because the aeroplane wouldn't be able to land anymore. But yeah, it's actually funny. Like the Sky Tower's been around for years, but the first time I went to the Sky Tower was actually this year. Quick way to kill yourself. Yep. One thing I did do was a bungee rocket, where basically they put you in the steel ball and stretch the bungee cords up, and then release it, and you pop up into the sky. I did do that. That was a bit of fun. And then the nerdy part of me came out that the G-forces that you were feeling in the bungee rocket was actually the same sort of G-forces that a aircraft pilot would have when they're doing the steam launch from an aircraft carrier. So yeah, I was just sort of imagining myself, because at the time I was playing flight sim games on the computer, and so I was imagining myself, launching up, and it was sort of like when I got to the top of the bungee rocket where it started to slow down and all that, I'm sort of thinking, I'm meant to be controlling a plane now. So yeah, it was, Dale. I considered doing a tandem parachute jump over Lake Rotorua, but I managed to find lots of reasons not to. Yeah. Yep, so we've actually done the float plane off of the lake to go and look at Mount Tarawera. And that was incredible. That is just a huge gash in the mountain where it erupted. It's still quite visible. For those of you that don't know, Mount Tarawera erupted, I think it was about 1880s. Destroyed a village and destroyed the pink and white terraces, which was considered to be one of the world's natural wonders. And yeah, so all we have now is paintings of those pink and white terraces because they were basically destroyed by the eruption. And then, of course, after that flight, there's a float plane available in the flight simulator. So, of course, I just was doing that flight all the time for quite a while. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Oh, look at that. Another thing we did in Rotorua, and I would recommend it, it's a lot of fun if you do come to Rotorua, is zip lining. So they go out into a bit of native bush. They've actually got a rodent control program in that bush area, so you get to see quite a few birds. And what they've done is they've put zip lines up between the trees. And so you sort of connect up to the zip line, and then you will just launch yourself and fly above the canopy. And it's an amazing thing. I'm not the best with heights, but I actually enjoyed it. I've done it twice. I did it for a work function, and I did it with my daughter once as well. So it's not as bad as yeah, as you think it might be. It's actually quite enjoyable. So yeah, trying to get these few contracts done so I can just earn a little bit of extra cash, because there is a trailer I wouldn't mind getting. It's one that I don't usually get, and it is part of the Highland DLC, so I'm thinking of getting it. Okay, so yeah, we're a little way to go on this field yet. It's a big field, and we are actually earning quite a bit of money for it, so that's got to be a good thing. And now that we're doing the longer treks, it's quite good. Yeah, I'm definitely not too sure about parachute jumping either. Like I say, jumping out of a perfectly good plane just doesn't seem like a sensible idea. But I know lots of people that have done it. Share, you should be able to put your Discord link in the chat. So if you create the link in Discord, you should be able to paste it into the chat. Because Discord works a little bit differently, so it's not just like a YouTube link. You've actually got to create an invitation. Now, I'm not sure whether I can create an invitation to your Discord. You've been on top of Blackpool Tower? That's awesome. Whenever I hear about Blackpool Tower, I always think of a goon show where they fall out of a Zeppelin and land on top of Blackpool Tower, and then one of the guards comes up and wants to see their tickets, and they say they haven't got any, and he says, well, you can't get up Blackpool Tower without a ticket. So they go, okay, well, we'll go down and get a ticket. And he goes, you can't go down Blackpool Tower without a ticket. So they say, okay then, well, we'll jump off then. And he says, you can't jump off Blackpool Tower without a ticket. So yeah, crazy Spike Milligan. For those of you that don't know, because I am quoting some fairly little known bits here, the Goon Show was a radio show written by Spike Milligan and having Harry Seacombe and Peter Sellers in it. in the 50s, 1950s, and they became a cult classic. Well worth checking out if you want a bit of off-the-wall humor. Very much into wordplay and that sort of thing. So yeah, definitely brilliant bits of comedy. And I think it is actually available on YouTube Music and definitely on Spotify. Just look for The Goon Show. Goon. Very off the wall and sometimes too silly. Yes. Yes, sometimes it can be too silly, but yeah, not. Yeah, I enjoyed it. We've got snow falling, but it is 9 degrees, so that's all right. So it shouldn't settle, so that'll be good. So it's 10 o'clock, and yeah, I might just pause this. I might get Ewan to work, do a quick job for us on the cultivating. We'll just finish this off here. We'll go down and we'll grab the other tractor and we'll make a start on that other contract and get Ewan working on that one. And yeah, hopefully this tractor won't have too many problems with it. Oh, yeah, shit. You've also been to Tower Circus in Blackpool when you were 9 years old. I'm not familiar with Tower Circus. I know of Blackpool Tower, but I'm not familiar with the Tower Circus. I like this, how it's still quite dark even at 10 a.m. Quite possibly because of the snow clouds, I guess. Oh, it's no longer there. It's a big house, that one. Imagine being told you had to vacuum every room. Awesome, Share. A lot of time in Blackpool when you were little. Nice. It's that kind of place, isn't it? It's where you go for your holidays. Yeah, decided to walk over instead of jumping over because it was fairly close. And Tom Pemberton's very near Blackpool, isn't he? So thought a coffee might be nice. Well, there's Ewan working hard. Yeah, should be able to afford that trailer. Hopefully it's still there. Oh, circus is still going on. Awesome. It can be good when you discover things like that. Something you think is gone is actually still there. Hey, no, thank you, Wasdale Times Lapse. Appreciate it. Have fun in the garden. Hope it's not too hot for you. Drink plenty of water. That's always the best thing. On a really hot day, I'll drink a lot of water with ice in it. So yeah, keep well hydrated and enjoy your time in the garden. Thank you for joining. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. You're not venturing out, it's too hot. Yeah, fair enough. Now, I suppose you don't have air conditioning. Because of where we live, we can actually use a heat pump during the winter, which also can be used as an air conditioning unit in the summertime. So we get to cool the house down when it's hot and heat the house up when it's cold. Yeah, you have to tomorrow. You've got work. I will be thinking about you, Cher, when you're at work, as I'm enjoying my day off. Yeah, you have a fan. Yeah, they can be very helpful. I've actually got a fan in the office here when it's summertime, and I'll have it going. Just to keep the air moving. And of course, right now I've got my little 1,000-watt heater working right on my desk here to keep the office warm. So yeah, the PC's good for winter time, not so great for summertime. It's like having a heater on. Well, we're nearly finished this field. It must be too cold for the gulls. There's no seagulls at the moment. Don't know if you've noticed that. All right, so the contract's finished, but I just want to do that last little bit. Isn't much to do, so we will do it. And we'll see what other jobs there are to do. Might as well make a bit more money while we can. Jobs will definitely dry up, I think, in February. Of course, our sheep are doing well in the pens, in the stables. So there's currently a Lego sale on at the moment, 10% off, and I'm very, very tempted to get the Concorde. Fascinating plane. The only supersonic airliner ever built. So I am thinking about getting it. All right, let's see what we've got. So we've completed the ploughing. We'll collect that. Field 66 is still available for ploughing. Let's do it. Seeing we're sort of halfway there anyway. And also, we nearly got 100,000 in the bank. Look at that view. It is worth coming up here just to get that view. Oops. My bad. Too busy looking at the view. Mental note, be careful. Views can be dangerous. Did contemplate building a farm up here, but yeah, sort of never eventuated. There's a bit of flat land up here that could be converted into a farm area. Definitely. Yeah, you could chop these trees down and put in some proper buildings. A little bit of landscaping, and yeah, probably have one of the best views. No, I kept putting this contract off because of the distance to it, but in the end, just decided to do it. There is something relaxing about, sitting in a pretend tractor and pulling a cheaty plough behind you. Yeah, I know it's a cheaty plough, but I think virtually everyone uses it. Except for maybe the farm sim guy. He actually likes his ploughing, prides himself on his ploughing, and he does a good job on his ploughing. So he probably should pride himself on it. Ooh, we're catching up on the cultivating contract. But I think this is a slightly smaller field. Look at that view. This map is a work of art. It really is. Hey, well, that'd be awesome, Cher. If you can get it to work, that would be great. Yeah, Xbox likes the fan, as does the kids. Yeah. Yeah, I think sometimes my PC likes the fan as well. Yeah, not sure if you can do the chat. I've got to fiddle some more. Yeah, I couldn't help you with that, I'm afraid. I don't have a Steam Deck. They're actually relatively hard to get in New Zealand. Yeah, Poppy won't leave your side. Well, Poppy knows a good thing when she's onto one. They are in the UK? Yeah. Yeah, I think Australia gets them as well, but New Zealand's sort of that little bit further away, or I don't know, unknown. Australia was getting the Steam machine pre-order, but New Zealand couldn't get it. Yeah, Cher, you've got one of the original Steam Decks. Nice. It's a great idea. I use it more than my Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I think I would too. Nintendo Switch really hasn't done much for me at all. Wouldn't rush out and buy one. And I definitely wouldn't rush out and buy the VR headset that Giants requires you to use for their VR game. Don't hear much about that now, do you? They sort of tried pushing it for a little bit, but they don't push it much now at all. I don't think they've released new content or anything. I don't know, almost a gimmick. Your Switch controller is compatible with it? Nice. Yeah, afraid I've got to play Farm Sim with a wheel. I just don't like it on the controller. Yeah, I was watching Mr. Silly P play it, and the VR version, and it was sort of like, it really didn't inspire me to go out and grab it. It just looked clunky and awkward, and yeah, not what people wanted for VR. They wanted this game with VR, not a dedicated VR game. Share, you haven't got room for a wheel? Fair enough. I made room, but then I was able to. Also got a flight yoke here that I don't actually use like I should. I'm just don't fly like I used to. And before you say I should stream flying, I'm not that good at flying to actually stream it. We're catching up to our cultivating contract. Wonder if I turn around a bit faster. No, he is going. I was thought, oh, I might be on 85. He might be stuck. That's why I'm catching up. But no, it's just clicked over 86%. So he's still going. Yeah, a bit quiet on the stream. But thank you to everyone that has joined. Remember to hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, definitely feel free to do that. Doesn't cost anything, really helps the channel, and it gives you a feel-good feeling. Win-win situation all round. Hey, Farmhand Andy, hello, welcome in. Great to have you here. Hope your Thursday morning is starting well. Just finishing off the last little few contracts for winter. And we'll probably, yeah, try and jump through a few of the months fairly quickly. Maybe do some deadwood contracts, but yeah, just to keep it ticking over. Well, it looks like that cultivating contract may finish just before we finish this one. So yeah, just trying to get a little bit of money. I saw a trailer in the sales, so I want to grab that trailer. We need to get a trailer for the harvesting contracts next year. So we've got the combine. We don't have a header yet, but I'll probably end up buying a brand new header because they're the bits that when they're worn, they don't harvest the yield as much. So yeah, I probably want to go for a new header, but the combine's probably going to be okay as long as we keep it well maintained. We do have to grease the combine with the mod that we've got, so... And we will need to run the maintenance on the combine before we start using it. But that can be done probably late spring, I guess. We won't have to worry about doing many harvesting contracts till then. Now, I'm not too sure what's gone wrong with that. That's just... Yeah, that mirror's all wrong, isn't it? Mirror's inverted and doesn't look good at all. Yeah, Farmhand Andy, modding a tractor in GE. Nice. Yeah, I don't actually use Giant's Editor much at all. I'll do some tweaks in the XML, but usually that's about it for my modding expertise. Hey, Gamer Pro. Now currently repairing a GPU, apparently made by Zillman, but they have used NVIDIA graphics chip to make it. Zillman trying to be sneaky. Oh, well, I suppose... yeah, I suppose I've got to... NVIDIA have been making graphics cards for a long time, so... Changed light nodes, changed cone angles, intensities, fixed IC controls, and added 5 transform groups ready to attach logos. Nice. All right, let's go and get this one started. Looks like the temperature's going to drop down to -1, so we may end up getting some snow. You were a bottom floor amateur yesterday. Chat GPT is awesome. Yes, it's helped me with some XML edits, although some of the edits didn't work that well. So yeah, sometimes Chat GPT can put you down the wrong path, but it does help. It locates the parts that you, or the portions of the XML that you need to change. So that was good. Now, hopefully I've taken the right turning for this one. Whereabouts is it? Actually, I have gone the wrong way. Well and truly. Need to go back around, need to turn around. You have to treat it like a baby, adult instead of an adult. And adjust how you ask. Yes, you do. You do. No, I had to do a few edits on the class tractor because its suspension wasn't set up. It was way too soft for the size of the tractor. If you went round a corner too fast, the wheel would actually lift off the ground. So I have tweaked a bit of it in ChatGPT, and I think I've got it going fairly good. Okay, with these last 2 contracts, we might have enough to buy the trailer and still have some money left in the maybe have 100,000 left over, which would be good. So I might see if Ewan wants to come up and do this one, and I might take over the cultivating contract. Hopefully nothing's broken on this. So far, so good. It's actually turned out to be a fairly nice day today at Witcombe Park. We had snow earlier on, but it didn't settle, so that was good. So I think this is our second winter on Witcombe, isn't it? So I don't know. I played so many maps, I can't remember how many winters. Because winters are always a bit slow. So yeah. Yeah, I think we did a winter before. I think we were at the other house, weren't we? Yeah, that field. I don't think I've ever done anything on that field before. It'll be interesting. Might just stop off at the used tractor yard and just have a quick look at what equipment they've got. Ooh, they've got a Massey. Couple of telehandlers, but we're good for telehandlers. I've actually got quite a few telehandlers. But we are good for telehandlers. I have got a Fiat Turbo. Could be quite good to get as a second smaller tractor, I don't know. We've got a case here? 174. Big old Massey here, 142. But yeah, I'm not too keen on pivot tractors, personally. And we have a 9S for 176. And the Fiat 52. Have to think about that one. I don't know. I think with me getting a new fence in spring, so I have actually put an order in for a fence, and it's due to arrive in spring, so we'll pay for it then. Hey Joel, FS25, hello, welcome in. Great to have you here. Hope your Thursday is going well. This tractor really shouldn't have too much trouble pulling the cultivator. The cultivator is actually quite a low power requirement, so this tractor shouldn't have too much trouble. Hey Dale Garrett, welcome back. Thank you for joining. Great to have you here. Hope your Thursday is going well. Keep thinking it's Friday. And welcome to our new subscriber. Welcome to the Kiwi clan. Thank you for joining, and I hope your Thursday is going well. So Thursday is actually like a Friday for me because we have a long weekend. But looking forward to that. Lewis Smith, hello, welcome in. Is it possible to get unlimited equipment purchased? Not too sure if you mean can you put in unlimited money? Yes, you can. So that's what's good about this game, is you can set it up how you want. And there's been a few times when what I've done is when I initially set up a game, I will give myself unlimited money, set up the farm and all that with the equipment that I want, and then basically remove all the money that's left over and give myself a $2 million loan or something like that. And the goal is I have to, work and get rid of that $2 million loan. So yeah, it's really good. This particular series, I started from scratch. I actually started off in debt because I had an electric scooter that I was paying off, and that's all I came with. Was arrived at the train station just over there with my electric scooter, and I just picked up jobs from different farmers. So yeah, and now we've got a fleet of tractors, and I have a couple of people working for me, and I own a little bit of land with some sheep on it. So yeah, I think we're doing okay with our start from scratch. And Gamer Pro not fixing that, because now after looking at it under the microscope, I see the PCI lanes are broken off and the whole thing is covered in some kind of ear. Yeah, sounds like it's a write-off. Yeah, so with this game, even on console, so like I can use the cheat commands on PC quite easily. But even on console, there's actually a mod that you can purchase which will give you a large amount of money every hour. And so you can actually build up quite a large amount of money even on consoles. So you have that ability if you want to on consoles as well. Well, without an equipment cap, that is a good question. I have never reached maximum equipment. I know the bales, there's a limit to how many bales you can have on the map. However, if you store them in a bale storage, you can actually increase the amount of bales on a map. But I've never actually reached a limit for equipment. So not too sure about that. It's your friend's GPU, disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to work on it, you can take it back. Fair call. The reading I'm getting, you have to sell some equipment to get equipment. Okay. How much equipment have you got? Because, like I say, I've never actually reached a limit. But yeah, then again, I don't usually set out to buy a whole lot of equipment, so. So I've got this set up as a multiplayer with one of the farms, and I've got a museum full of tractors. So yeah, to give you an idea of how much equipment you can have on the map on one farm, all the orange tractors are belong to the other farm. So it's quite a bit of equipment. And I haven't run out of equipment slots. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I've never reached a limit for equipment. Hey Dale, no worries. Thanks for jumping in. I know you've done it already, but if you could hit that like button, that'd be fantastic. And yeah, you have a fantastic Thursday. Okay, so we're over halfway through cultivating this field. Yeah, like I say, I've never actually done any work on this field, so yeah. Interesting. New perspective. Being so close to the railway station. Now it looks like our ploughing contract is finished. Hey, Rick 10 Gamer. Good morning. Welcome in. Hope you are having a fantastic day. Oh, it must have warmed up enough for the gulls to turn up. Been ploughing and cultivating all day, and it's the first they've shown up. Yeah, hope you are having a fantastic Thursday. Hope everyone is. So yeah, I'll give you an idea of the trailer I'm sort of looking at. That bunning there, that's what I'm thinking of getting. 70 hours left on it, so still got a bit of time to think about it. But yeah, and I'm thinking of doing a Bunnings green metallic. Special paint job for it. With the white cover. I think that looks quite smart. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking of getting. I think that would be quite good. You don't need the cover, but I think we'd put the cover on it anyway. No, I don't want to purchase it just yet. So I am thinking about that. Although having said that, we do have the truck that we could use. So, but a truck isn't that big. Yeah, so we just want to get these few last winter contracts done. and hopefully get them done. And so yeah, fortunately it was snowing most of the day, but it didn't settle, so it must have been still too warm for it to settle. I'll be honest, we don't get snow here, so I don't really know much about it. You know, how it settles, how cold it has to be before you start getting a layer of snow, all that sort of thing. I'll say something that sounds absolutely ludicrous to someone in the Northern Hemisphere, but we're too far north to get snow. For us, south is cold, north is warm. Totally opposite to the Northern Hemisphere. All right, couple of runs left on this contract, and then yeah, we will look at probably sleeping through the night. Hey, Gamer Pro, playing Pressure Washer Simulator. Yeah. Yep, done that on the Xbox. It's yeah, really therapeutic. Okay, contract's finished, but I just want to do that last little run. Won't worry too much about the little scrappy bits there, but definitely want to do this last run down here. It is good having the mod that lets you do that. It just always feels bad when you're playing vanilla game and you get to the stage and it's like, no, you're not allowed to do any more. You're cut off from the field. So yeah, it's nice to be able to complete a field. So we do have to keep a little bit of money in because you got to remember we don't own the land, we've only leased it. Because I'm a Kiwi on my OE, I'm not allowed to own UK land. I can lease it, but I can't own land. Don't know if that's what it is in real life, but that's part of the storyline for this one. So the farm we've got up here is actually leased, and so it is costing us money every month. Hey, Alfie Blackburn, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Sorry, missed that one from New Gamer Pro. It depends on the snow is falling. If it's going straight down, it's not going to settle, but from an angle it will. Right, okay. And yeah, Alfie Blackburn, howdy. It's 5 a.m. and I have to be up early today because we have a local agricultural show and I still have to feed the cattle and pigs. Ah, nice. Well, enjoy your show. Yeah, I went to the one fairly local to me on a few weeks ago and thoroughly enjoyed it. Lots of tractors, lots of equipment. It's a worn bit of equipment, but it still does the job. Does quite a good job, and I think it's 6 meters, so yeah. And hey, we managed to use this tractor without it breaking down, so that's got to be a plus. All right, so we got that one. Let's go grab our New Holland. Fold it up and head back. Your dad took your boots because he knows you're in a rush. Darren, my dad is a bit of a prankster. Yeah, I have to admit I'm probably a bit of a prankster when it comes to my daughters. I like to tease them a little bit. We really do have to be careful going over here. Don't really want to fall off into the ponds. If I should invest in a floodlight over here, might be good. Well, let's just say that it might take him a while to find his truck keys. Oh, prankster war. All right, well, let's collect those. No, we've got another ploughing contract. Oh, that field there. I guess we're doing that tomorrow. Or we might get Ewan to do that tomorrow, and we might pick up the bales. Hopefully it's not snowing. My dad gave me a chin pie. He used to rub his whiskers on my face when I was little. Yes. Yes. Think that's a common thing for dads to do. All right, let's go through to maybe 8. Still dark at 8. And it's -5. Yeah, found your boots. He put them under the side-by-side. Tricky. Right, give that a quick clean out. I might want to service this after we've done this job. But yeah, so far we're lucky it hasn't snowed. Definitely got enough for that trailer and still have some left over. Okay. Right, we'll grab the bale fork and we will make a start on our collecting our bales. It would be good to be able to sell the bales. I might actually save the game because I'm getting a few stutters, so gonna err on the side of caution. If the game crashes, I don't have autosave on, so if the game crashes, I would have lost everything. Oh, what do we got here? That's Yeah, this auto load fork just takes a bit of getting used to, I think. And share, sorry, I missed your comment there. I'm on your Brazilian map. The storyline is I've taken on an abandoned farm and I have got is a tractor and a mulcher. Nice. That's what's good about this game is it's so versatile like that. You can just make up a story as you go. Whoops. That's what we wanted to do, not remove the whole cover. That's okay. They can see there's good silage underneath. And Alfie, 5 months ago, we got a new Merlot telehandler, a 42.7 with rare 3-point and PTO. So a darn good loader. Yeah, I like this one because of the PTO. That's the reason why I got this one. It means I can use it as another small tractor. And it's really good from that point of view. We traded our telehandlers in after about 5,000 hours is when the value tends to drop off. Fair enough. Yeah, in game I've got them set to about 100 hours for this one. I think actual base game it's around about, I tend to notice it around about 50 hours is when the value really just plummets and the repairs go up. You can just about see the repair line climb as you drive it along. A bit of overhang over that one. Now, have I got all the bales? That's the tricky part. We'll do a quick spin round and see what we can find. Yeah, I think that might be all the bales. Okay, who has the best price for bales? Oak Tree Farm Bales. That's actually just around the corner from us. This is going to be an easy load. Farmhand Andy, I know, I love baling too. I actually really miss the old contracts where you'd have to cut, bale, and do everything. I really do miss those contracts. So this is the best price. I'm not going to complain. All right, 38,000. That is awesome. Now, how's our sheep farming going? Still got some straw left. Yeah, we've still got some straw. And our sheep. Still got lots of food, so that's good. We'll send the light bod in about 5 minutes. Hey there, awesome. Thanks for that, farmhand Andy. Should be good for winter time. Now, is he still working? Or has he stopped for some reason? No, he's still going. Yep, still going. Okay, well, what do you think? We get that trailer? I think so. Unless there's something better that's just come in. Ooh. That one's 31.9. That one's 26.7. Ooh, tough one. Let's have a look at that one. That's 4 hours. It's got the extension. Well, chat, what do you think? Should we go for that one? Holds a lot more, but doesn't have a cover, but is quite a bit cheaper. Or do we go for this one? Holds less, is more expensive, but we can put a cover on it. What do you think, chat? Awesome, farmhand Andy. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let's go and check out what that other one looks like in metallic Bunnings green. Could either go to that color, or I've actually got the blue. I've converted both of the default trailer colors to metallic. I actually think it looks smarter in the green. 4 hours as opposed to 18 hours. $144 months. That one's 21 months. I think this one's just got to be the better one. Hey, Share. Just trying to decide which trailer to get. Do we get this Bunning one with the extension on it? Yeah, I think we definitely have to have the extension on it. Or do we go for slightly smaller one, but it's got the cover, but it is quite a bit more expensive. Just wondering which one. Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Will we get... So there's not much in the way of small tractors, I don't think. Hey, Gamer Pro, no worries. Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. Okay, so we have grabbed it, so I think we should go and get it from the dealer and see what we've got. Let's drop the cultivator off. Might stop off at the other dealer and just see what new stock they've got. All right, let's have a look what they've got here. Fiat's gone. Case combine harvester. Oh, that's 516,000. Yeah, I wasn't going to pay that for a combine harvester. Definitely not. Yeah, we've got a planter there. Planter could be good to get. We don't have a planter. Could be good to get some planting contracts. Don't recall Rod having a planter. Although with the horsepower of the tractors I've got, we could get the Sky planter. Just throwing it out there. Could be just the cost of it that'll be the problem. Yeah, I wonder what tractors I've got here. More Vulture for 140, but more than I really want to spend. Number plate actually has the price of the tractor on it. 100,000 for the Massey Ferguson. Probably a bit big for what I'll really want, but that one's 174,000. What's this one? This one is 200 horsepower. No, I don't think we need another tractor like that at the moment. We've got ourselves a trailer now. Not entirely sure where we'll put it. Might have to reorganize our sheds. Yeah, it looks like we've got some traffic jam here. Oh, we'll let that sort itself out. We'll go and sort out the other tractor. All right, 15,000. We might get him to do this field as well. Every little bit counts. Been a great stream. Thanks, Farmhand Andy. Appreciate that. Just chilling out at the moment. So, yeah, just having a chill stream. I really thought we were going to be going to the biogas plant, but obviously not. Now, I would like to get some lime put onto that grass field too. Would be good to get that done before the ground freezes over. Now, I'm just wondering, where's a sneaky way to getting into this field? Oh yeah, gate's there. Sometimes you got to be careful with Oxy. You can put the gates in some inventive places. Hey, Alfie, first ring feeder done, 6 more to go. Nice. Oh, it shouldn't take you too long, hopefully. All right, let's see if that traffic jam's cleared itself. Yep, it's cleared itself. So like I say, I'm needing to get a new tractor because this one's starting to cost me quite a bit to keep going. It's getting to the stage where it's just about breaking down every stream. So yeah, I think so far it's probably cost about 13,000-14,000 in repairs, which is technically half of what it's worth. Yeah, not sure where we're going to put it. I guess if it fits in that main shed there, we should be good. We'll find a spot for it. All right, so we've got a trailer. We've got a combine. Let's have a look at planters. Wrong menu. No, we haven't got anything in there that we're really that interested in. Planters. It was that Amazon one. That is, no, it's only 4.5 meters. And that horse is actually slightly better value, I thought. Then we do have that option of the Sky one. I think you can probably go for the Sky over the horse for now. But we would need the extra unit on the front. $180 horsepower to pull it, so that's not too bad. Hey, yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I try to have a chill stream. Your blood pressure's been stable for the last 12 days. Oh, that's good to hear, Cher. Congratulations, well done. And Alfie, the second one is down a track with bushes and scrubs on both sides, so it is creepy, even with the sun coming up. Yep, I've been in some pretty creepy places. Had to drop offal off at a pet food factory. It was usually about midnight when we were getting there. That was interesting. Combinations. The horse is definitely a bit cheaper with the front bin. Yeah, I'd probably go for the Sky one, I think. Seeing it, I've got it. All right, let's. I've never seen anything creepy, but I've heard some questionable things. There, one place that really did give me the creeps. And that was the killing floor of the abattoirs at 3 a.m. in the morning. That gave me the creeps. Don't know why, but yeah, just gave me the creeps. And yes, I was legitimately allowed to be there at 3 a.m. in the morning. I was loading meat for someone. One of my many jobs that I've done. Okay, what we want to do, turn that off. I don't know if we're actually putting anything on or not. Yeah, I don't think we're putting any fertilizer on this. I don't think it needs it. I'll run around anyway, just in case. Yeah, I don't think we're putting anything on this. I'll definitely need some lime though, so we might sort that out. Alright, let's grab a bit more lime. Triggers can be a bit tricky at times. If I had to work at an abattoir, I'd turn vegetarian. Yes, I think a few people would if they actually had to do the deed. Okay, automatic application rate is on. So I've got the mod that means you can load lime into a sprayer. I haven't actually tried the other mod since I've updated it, the liquid lime mod. Hey, Andrew, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. So yeah, just needed a bit of lime on it. I hope things are going well for you there, Andrew, in Serbia. Hopefully I've remembered all that correctly. Yes, I am very good, thank you. Just putting some lime down on our grass field. Awesome, mate. Awesome to hear. For those of you that aren't used to our New Zealand way of talking, mate is a way of saying friend. Yeah, Screamer, she couldn't do it. Don't blame you, Cher. And Joel, yeah, well, I only have grass to do, to be honest. So just putting a bit of lime down. So I don't know if that would really be classed as grass work anyway. I don't know. Yep, we're out of lime. Don't know why, but Giants has never been able to get the manual gearbox to work like an automatic gearbox. I just don't know why. I wouldn't have thought it would be that hard. But anyways, let's put some more lime in this. Yeah, no worries there, Andrew. No worries at all. You're working, and I'm not really good at English. You're doing well. You are doing very well. And I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. We're just going to finish off that lime job. Sheep are doing well. So yeah, apparently that liquid lime mod will now work with precision farming. It didn't for a while, so yeah, I was using it on Oak Ridge Farm until precision farming came out, and then I had to stop using it because it wasn't working. So probably should give it another try again. Although the lime in the sprayer mod seems to work quite well too. Hey, Farmhand Andy, thank you for still being here. Hey, Nina, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Great to have you here. Yeah, working late again. I don't have work tomorrow. Well, you guys call it a bank holiday. We call it a public holiday here. So have Friday off for Matariki, which is the Maori New Year. So didn't pull far enough forward, never mind. So yeah, it'll be nice to have a bit of a sleep in tomorrow morning. So we've just started our first month of winter and just working our way through that. All right, so we've got ourselves a new trailer ready for the harvesting contracts we're going to get next year. And we have ordered a brand new Fendt tractor to arrive in spring. So the idea is that our class tractor is just getting a little bit too old. Starting to cost us a fortune in repairs. to show you. If we go to class and the maintenance log, yeah, total expenses £13,000 in repairs and maintenance. Brake system, twice the brake system sort of failed us. Yeah, brake system all the way. It's just been a real problem. And the ECU. So yeah, not great. But let's go and get our other tractor. So yeah, I hope your sheep are going well there, Nina. I've got sheep on this farm too, you may have noticed. So I've got them under cover for winter, but come spring, summer and autumn, we'll have them out in the field again. Yeah, Nina, they spend days sheltering under the hedges to keep out of the heat. I check them twice daily, make sure they've got plenty of water. That's good to hear. That's something you don't really think about, is the animals aren't used to the heat just like the humans aren't. So, yeah, it's, yeah, hopefully they survive okay. So yeah, I'll show you my sheep farm and see what you think, whether you give it a passing grade or not. So we've got 2 winter barns. Just doing a thing here. And so we've got gates to divide the 2 winter barns off. Gate over here as well. Separate our manure pit. I have this smaller field here more as a holding field, so it's easier to offload the sheep into this field from the trailer. And of course that's all fenced off. And this is my favorite bit, is I've created a bit of a race here for the sheep to maneuver between the barns and our sheep pasture. So yeah, I'm proud of how it all came together. But I'm sure as a sheep farmer, you're looking at it and going, he's got no idea. And you're right. I have no idea. But yeah, I've even got plenty of shelter for the sheep here in the shade. So yeah, that's our sheep farm in the game. Gilby Games, hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. I was just about thinking about calling it a night, to be honest. It is getting late. And I had a late one last night too, so yeah, I might be catching up on me a little bit. So I just want to grab that last little contract. Collect that. Now I think there's only deadwood after that, so that's probably going to be what we'll be doing for the next couple of months, is deadwood contracts. Yeah, fair call. It's a tad late over the ditch as well. Yep. So yep, it is 11:30 p.m. So getting close to midnight here. Looking forward to having a bit of a sleep in tomorrow. Public holiday for us, so looking forward to that. But yeah, thanks to everyone that's been in the stream. It's been absolutely fantastic. Been great to have you, Cher and Alfie and Gamer Pro, Farmhand Andy, Andrew from Serbia, Nina, thanks for jumping in too, Gilby, and I know there's a whole heap of others that I haven't mentioned as well, but thank you to everyone for being here. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and if you haven't subscribed, feel free to do that as well. Doesn't cost anything and really does help the channel. But we're going to call it there. I'll probably have another stream tomorrow unless I get too busy, being a public holiday. And yeah, no, and I will definitely look up that light zip from you, Andy. Thanks for that. Yes, I will do. Thank you, Nina. So until the next one, have a good day, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world and whatever time you're watching this. And until the next one, bye.